This Ash of War is broken.
Scum. Now I'm a little motivated.
In fact, maybe calling it broken is not technically right, because if it were broken, that would mean they put some thought into the design. This Ash of War is outright flawed by design. Swift Slash is one of the new backhand blades Ashes of War in Shadow of the Erdtree, and from a PvE perspective, it's actually pretty cool. You lunge forward in rapid motion, leaving a trail of slashes that hit enemies who are in the path of your onslaught locomotion. It can be charged to cover a bigger distance and deal more damage too. On the surface, it's pretty similar to Virgil's Rapid Slash from the Devil May Cry series, which is coincidentally one of the coolest attacks in the game. And we remember back in the day how we would surrender our parents to Vietnamese body traffickers in an instant just to be able to play as Virgil. But we digress. We get it, it's a nice power fantasy to have the power of God and anime on your side when you're not using it against other players. This Ash of War's design doesn't make any sense in my splinter-ridden brain nor yours. It just doesn't fit this type of PvP experience.
Nothing personal, kid.
First of all, the attack is completely unreactable. It comes out so fast that unless you're focusing all of your brain power into being ready for it, you'll just eat it with a side of blinding rage. Since it can also be delayed by charging it, the mix-up potential is off the charts, and blindly dodging will simply have you take damage by the residual blade slot left behind. This residual slot will always stagger you, no matter how much poise you have, giving priority to the Swift Slash user all the time. And it can also deal a buttload of damage when combined with the Shard of Alexander and Godfrey's icon.
Die.
Damage that most certainly you won't be able to avoid. Oh, you want some proof of that? I'll show you proof. In fact, I'll show you the hitboxes of this thing. Notice how the attack works. Your body becomes a huge hitbox. You leave a trail of tiny hitboxes as you move forward, and those tiny hitboxes then suddenly eat 69 Big Macs and blob up like 42% of the American populace, covering an area the size of the Earth's equator.
That's quite big. Impressive.
It's also completely spammable because both the startup and recovery frames of this thing are virtually non-existent. And the smelly cherry on top of the feces cake, it can inflict status build-up.
Oh, hell no.
So even if you manage to avoid drowning, if you manage to avoid damage,
Good job.
you'll still get phantom hit status build-up. Who the designed this?
How did it even make it to live servers? How? How did they think that was okay to even put it in the game? I'm so sick of this company. They're trash! Fix the game!
Did they forget that this game also has PvP? And don't come to me with that same old regurgitated bullshit argument.
But Ranni, this is a PvE game. Stop crying about PvP.
No, it's not just a PvE game. Because on every single patch, they release PvP exclusive updates, and some of them were very healthy for the PvP scene. So you can shove your Kevin-ass argument down your Sorry, I had to take a moment because I was feeling a bit too disgusted. We have tried many things against this spawn of Satan. You can't dodge it. You can't block it. You pretty much need to guess when it's coming if you have hyper armor weapons. There's no actual true counter to this at the moment. All you can do is either run away or try to get a couple of hits in with Endure, assuming you can react on time. And you know it's really bad when one of the best players in the PvP scene can be outmatched by a guy simply mashing the Ash of War button.
You can't be fucking serious. This is hilarious. This is fucking ridiculous. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is so incredible. Holy fuck.
Stielovsky tried many different approaches to this.
Holy shit.
And while he did find a bit of success in countering the greatest monkey mashing in gaming history with certain strategies.
Okay. Hyper armor, guys.
This success was relying on the guy spamming the Ash of War to have the neural processing of a brain-dead goldfish. So it's not really a counter, it's a workaround for Kevin. Not Kevin's, Kevin. Just one of them. Because I cannot begin to imagine what facing 3 guys spamming this must be like. Most of our Coliseum matches became absolute jokes with this Ash of War. And some guys already even recognize that using swift slashes is extremely disgusting. And they do make sure you know this. You want to know what's the funniest part of all? Swift slashes is not the only backhand blade's Ash of War that's broken. There's another one that may not be as cancer. But that's a story for another day. If you please could send this video to Bandai so they can nerf this shit as soon as possible, we would deeply appreciate it. Stielovsky has a short and concise guide on how to submit tickets to Bandai Namco, so go check it out. The link will be in the video description. And, I guess you can cosplay Virgil while we wait for the nerf.
Scum. Die. Vega! Cut off!
No, don't do it!
Blast!
Oh my god.
Come on! Ridiculous.